Hello everyone, welcome back. I was about to start some armor repairs, and I basically thought it'd be a good opportunity to go through my armor and some of the weapons that I use, and show you guys, what this stuff is. Okay, you've seen videos of me fighting. Yeah, you haven't really been able to see the different pieces. First, let's talk about the weapons. I do a couple of different types of combat. Sometimes I fight with steel blades. Sometimes we fight with rattan. The nice thing about with rattan is that we can go full power, full speed, and pretty much blast away at people. And the important thing about fighting with full power is that it forces you to use, proper body mechanics. You can't just sit there and risk the shots. You have to really get your body behind the shots. Nice thing about the sword is because it has a basket here to protect my hand. This acts as a pummel, so basically it acts as a counterweight. So that allows me to rotate the sword from side to side. Okay, so this is really great. I mean, I've tried using gauntlets. Some people will use gauntlets. When you're using thick gauntlets with a sword, a lot of times it makes it hard for you to roll the sword the way you want to roll it. Okay. I also fight with great weapons. Basically, this is a great sword, okay, bastard sword, whatever you want to call it. Depends on which part of Europe you're at. Okay, anything that is a size of a mass weapon is going to pretty much hit like a mass weapon. This thing over here hits like a ton of bricks. It's got a rubber head, but damn, when you come down with this thing, I mean, people will feel it. Usually I pull the blows a little bit when I hit people with this thing over here. And what this is, I have a striking surface here, thrusting tip there, butt spike over here. So this is really cool. You can basically attack, come in, thrust, come back with another attack. So these are the type of weapons that we're using. We're fighting full power, full speed. So basically, the armor takes a pretty big beating. Okay. Sometimes, like I said, I fight. I've been to tournaments where we use steel swords. We fight with a lighted calibration. The armor usually doesn't take as a bad beating from that. A lot of times when I fight, basically the hand is not a target area, but at the same time I also do when we do the steel fighting, the hand is a target area. So that's one of the reasons, if you watch the videos that I've been doing, I have enough experience of fighting, with the full body as a target area, that I can use shields like this effectively with, when the full body is a target area. Okay? Let's start with the helmet. Okay, bassinet. Thing weighs about 7.5, 8 pounds. You can see from the dents on it that this thing has taken quite a beating. Okay. So we are hitting full power, full speed. I mean, I fight at least once a week. Sometimes I fight 2 times a week. Sometimes I'll even fight 3 times a week. But I always do at least once a week. And basically the weapons take quite a beating. And you can visit the gorget goes around my neck. You can see how basically how it's split right there. Let's take a look at the shields. This is my first shield. Okay, this one I can't fight with anymore because, as you can see, it started basically ripping right down the center. This is basically aircraft aluminum, so this is pretty tough stuff. And from the beatings that it took, it just started ripping down the center over here. I put a reinforcing plate there so I can still use it at least for demonstration purposes. Get that away. This is the shield I'm fighting with now. I mean, as you can see, it's all like warped. It's actually it's formed a crack over here. And basically it's still got plenty of life in it, but I have 2 backup shields already, two backup blanks already ready to take its place. Usually when I put on my armor, first thing that goes on is the cup. I use a spider cup. It's nice because it gives you some elasticity. It's rigid in the front, but it gives you elasticity so you can really move around comfortably. Took me a while to find this. This really makes a big difference in the way that I move. And I can tell you, you get hit in the cup, it hurts. I mean, I don't care what kind of cup, I don't care what kind of groin protection you have. You get hit with any of these weapons over here in the cup, you're gonna feel it. Okay, which is why usually if I get hit in the cup, I'll take a very light shot. So usually the cup goes on first, then my greaves will go on. Greaves go on here. This is basically just hard leather. And basically this is pretty much designed to catch glancing blows that will glance off the corners of my shield. Okay, I don't rely on the greaves for protection. In fact, I don't rely on any of this armor for protection. I fight as if though I don't have armor or I'm wearing really light armor. We're all calibrated from male. So even though I'm using plates here, right, like my legs here, okay, I'm wearing plates, but the plates are basically just there for my personal protection. We pretend that this is male, okay? And as you can see here, you can see how the legs are completely warped and the rivets are broken. And you know, these straps have been changed 100 times over. You know, they really get beat up. I mean, if you fight as much as I do and as often as I do, you pretty much learn armoring. I mean, you can't do what I do and not know basic armoring. I mean, you're gonna learn it. I mean, you'll start by making minor repairs, a few straps here, then you'll do rivets, but you will become an armorer before you know it. So legs go on next. Then usually after my legs, I'll put on my gamson. My gamson also functions as an arming coat. It basically goes on the shoulders and the elbows are attached to it. And that's really good because basically otherwise they slide down your arm. So elbows here, home on here. This strap is broken. Basically the reason I'm pulling it out is because I gotta fix this, change this strap out. That got destroyed the last time I was fighting. So I gotta change that strap. That's what I'm about to do right now. And this thing is still soaked. Basically, fighting armor is always smelly and sweaty. Usually to clean this, I'll throw this in a big, you know, I have a big bucket about this big. I throw it in there, throw some bleach in there, just hose it. I leave the armor points attached. I don't take off the armor, you know, this is the plates every time I want to wash it. I just wash it with the plates attached. It works fine. So usually that will go on next. Then the next piece that will go on is this piece here. This piece basically protects my stomach and the kidneys, the floating ribs. That's really important. So that goes on there like that. Oops, glasses. And that basically wraps around like that on top of the gaps. As you can see, this is ripped the shit over here. Bent. I've bent these plates back so many times. I mean, they just get, you know, they just get completely beat up from getting hit. Then usually what I'll do is I'll put on, after that, I'll put my gorget on. That protects my throat. It goes on like that. As you can see, this piece here is pretty useful because I don't have much chest protection. This catches a lot of the shots that, you know, if anything comes in over here, that offers me a little bit of protection there. So this comes in nice. This is another elbow. It's not attached to this gamson yet, but this elbow basically broke a couple of weeks ago. Basically that leaf, I gotta basically put these rivets back. I'll probably fix that now. This is my demi gauntlet. This protects my wrist, my thumb. Like that, and basically that will sit. That will sit inside the basket like this. And it's nice, it gives me a lot of flexibility. Okay, so I can come in, you know, I can make those struts out like that. So it gives me the flexibility to do that. I'll visit that other elbow. This one's actually not broken. It's coming loose. You can see how it's coming loose. That's the other elbow that matches up to that. These are my gauntlets from when I'm fighting with the great weapons. They work pretty good. I actually have a steel pair, an expensive, nice looking one. But these cheaper plastic ones actually work better, feel more comfortable. So I tend to fight with these more than the steel ones. So I think that's pretty much it. The only other piece, you guys have seen my buckler before. It's a pretty good buckler. The edges are rolled. Works very good. So I mean, basically cost-wise, basically that helmet is about between $500 and $600. a lot of the stuff I actually did, like I worked. Actually, no, these legs I bought, these are $400 legs. This piece I made myself. I mean, this piece would probably cost $100. The gauntlets are about $150 to $175. The dummies would probably be about $100. I mean, basically, all in all, you know, to get into something like this, you're pretty much looking at spending at about $1,000. Now, you don't have to spend that much. You can get a much cheaper helmet than this. You know, that's a $500 helmet. You can get a $100 helmet that will get you started. My first helmet was $100. I still use it. I use that as a trainer. Like, I'll give it to other people I'm training. I'll let them use it. So you can get started in something like this with as little as $500–600. But you know, to get into, like, you know, to get a gambeson by itself is probably worth about $200. You know, so you know, you can get started for about $500–600. You probably want to spend about $1,000 to, you know, $1,200 to really get, you know, good armor like this that really fits onto your body and that you can move naturally. The gambeson, I put the arming points myself. Like, I put the rivets there. The thing with the gambesons is because it's fabric, obviously it wears out pretty fast. So, I mean, basically every 3 or 4 years, you know, every 3 years or so, you're looking to get another $300 gambeson. You know, the rest, I mean, the other parts, I mean, they're a lot easier to fix. I mean, leather, you can always buy more leather. You know, if the steel gets dented, you can always, you know, take a hammer, dent it back. Rivets can be easily replaced. That's my armor. I want to share that with you guys. So if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a member, subscribe. Talk to you guys next time.